I'm Greg Markley. I'm a chiropractic orthopedist at Greater Valley Medicine in St. Charles, Illinois.
How many high school students do you see with injuries?
Hold on. Do you want that per week or?
Or kind of in general, I guess.
You gonna put this in your bloopers? We probably see 20 to 25 high schoolers each year who have athletic injuries through football, volleyball, or baseball.
So what's the most common injury for high school athletes?
Knee injury or lower back pain.
And why do you think that is?
A lot of them don't know when to say stop. They typically they overuse a lot of their muscles and end up causing some type of tendon strain. And then we end up seeing them here, and we have to take them out of their particular sport for a period of time.
So what's your usual treatment for knee or lower back injuries?
It depends on what the injury is.
So what is kind of the weirdest injury you've seen through the high school athletes?
It's not weird, but I've seen 3 fractured backs. And multiple stress fractures of the knee. Those are probably the most severe.
So, have you seen something called runner's knee?
We see it almost every day, and not just high school athletes. We see it in most of our knee patients who come in.
So what's something you do to treat that?
The most important thing with a runner's knee is typically to find out what's causing the problem. Are they overtraining? Do they have weakness in certain muscles, so they're having overcompensation in other muscles? Or have they sustained another previous injury? Have they torn an ACL in the past that's altering the mechanics of their knee?
So, do you treat shin splints sometimes?
Yes, we do.
So what do you do for those?
We do a lot of taping. We always take somebody out of their sport whenever we have somebody with shin splints because, again, it's another overuse injury, so we need to have people icing and resting them in order to heal.
So, in a physical therapist, they use massaging and electrodes. What do those accomplish?
Both of them accomplish, always with the goal is you want to decrease inflammation and you want to relax muscles. Both of those are really adequate at doing both of those things. First, we want to decrease the inflammation because that's usually what generates the pain, and then we want to relax the muscles because that makes it worse.
So where does the inflammation come from? Just from the pain?
Everybody responds to any type of injury with inflammation. So anytime you even cut yourself, the redness around that cut is inflammation. Just happens at the tendons as well. Whenever you sprain a tendon, or strain a tendon, or sprain a ligament, you're going to have inflammation into the area.
Have you ever gotten any other students from West Chicago?
No.
They come here? No. Do you think high school sports are too competitive, that too many people are getting hurt because of them?
That's a political thing. I can't say.
So what is kind of the #1 thing that athletes should do to prevent certain injuries?
When you're in pain, that's the time when you need to listen to your body. And you need to forget about the big game on Friday night or anything like that, because injuries always have long-term consequences. So anytime you feel pain or you are injured, that's your body telling you it's time to rest. And you need to just stop the activity right away.
Okay, thank you.
How you doing, guys? I'm Mr. Engel. I'm a counselor here at the high school. I'm also an assistant girls track coach. The events I specifically coach are long and triple jump, but I also help out our head coach, Coach P, with the sprinters. So that's what I coach here at the high school.
So Coach, what kind of injuries do you see most common with long and triple jump?
Well, with those, just in general, injuries for the track team as a whole are shin splints, and that's something that you get when you're constantly running. The girls have pretty much the longest season of any high school sport. It's 4 months long, so mid-January through mid-May. We start with the indoor season, then we go to outdoor season. So obviously the body takes a toll with that long of a season, but shin splints are pretty common. With my jumpers, usually sometimes some ankle injuries just from their takeoffs. and what's involved, especially more injuries with the triple jump, just due to what's involved with the triple jump. But fortunately, I haven't had any jumper injuries. We have had some running injuries. Like I said, most common shin splints. Sometimes we'll also see like quad injuries and stuff like that. So with more of the serious injuries, we get our athletic trainer here at the high school involved, and then also our athletes go to physical therapy outside of school.
So what do you do to prevent the injuries then?
Just basically just take it easy. We always recommend stretching. Stretching is really important before and after a workout. Icing, so that's good for the girls to prevent them from getting shin splints. Icing their legs so that they don't get overworked. You know, and just using, you know, the skills that you know to prevent injuries. There's always different ways that you can do that as a team.
Okay, thanks.
Is that good?
Yep.
All right.
Go.
Hello, I'm Jimmy Geller. I am 16, I run track, and I have an injury.
So, what kind of injury did you get from track?
Well, I was pole vaulting one day and I sprained my ankle.
So what was your recovery like?
I have to do rubber bands, ice, and just a bunch of random things, like they lay a board down and I have to sit on it.
Did you go to physical therapy or like actual doctors or anything, or did you just go to PAM?
I went to the hospital. I was on crutches for 3 days.
And do you think there's anything your coaches could have done to prevent it?
No, it was all my fault.
But how was it your fault?
I landed wrong on the pit.
How did you land that like sprained your ankle?
Well, I was supposed to land on my back, but I landed standing up on the bar.
Ow. Okay. So like what other sports do you see, or what other injuries do you see common with your sport?
Shin splints, tendonitis, toes messed up.
How do people's toes get messed up?
I don't know. Jeff has some messed up toes. He's like tips are bruised, something like that.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Okay. So what do you like? What does the team do as a whole to kind of prevent injuries and like pulling muscles and stuff like that?
Well, we stretch for 30 minutes before every practice, like doing the warm up, and we use rubber bands every day to help prevent shin splints.
How do the rubber bands prevent shin splints?
I don't know.
Oh.
They just tell us they do.
Gotcha. By they, you mean pain?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about sports injuries?
They don't happen often, so everybody should do a sport, or you're gonna get fat.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.